How about now? Does this work?
I smoked weed with Steve Jobs. That's how he came up with the iPad. Sick reference, bro. You know your references are always off the charts.
Everybody knows that.
Everybody knows that.
Alright.
Welcome to Rolling Recklessly, the Warhammer podcast where dice decide legends, paint never dries, and every roll tells a story. I'm Grizzly, and whether you're here for the lore, hobby, or the chaos of the tabletops, you're in the right place. So grab your dice, ready your general, wake your champions, and let's get reckless.
Welcome back to Rolling Recklessly, the Warhammer podcast where the pressure's on, the lists are locked in, and every roll matters now more than ever. I'm Grizzly, and today's episode's a big one, because this is the Season 2 finale. And it feels fitting, because we're heading straight into our very first ever Teams tournament. So everything we've been working on this season, the games, the reps, the learning, it all kind of built up to this moment. Now, originally we were planning to have Brennan on for this episode, but unfortunately he couldn't make it, so it's just me and Jesse today, and honestly, that works out, because this is one last chance to sit down, talk things through, and really lock in before the event. So today's plan is simple. We're going to do our war table talk about the games that we've been playing and what we've learned, and then we're going to break down where we're going into this Teams tournament. What we feel good about, what we're still figuring out, and what needs to be dialed in before we show up to compete. And then before things close out, we're going to take a minute and look back at Season 2, because it's been a ride. So yeah, season finale, tournament week, let's get into it. Jesse, how you been feeling going into this one?
I'm ready, I'm willing, and I'm able to lose.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a lot of that again.
I feel we're more prepared, but at the same time unprepared. It's just a horrible feeling because I want to be more confident than I am. But I have faith in my Stormcast, and I feel like we're gonna do well.
Yeah, I believe in you. I believe in the Stormcast. I think we're gonna do good. So actually, talking that, let's just jump right into our war table talk. All right, let's hit the war table. And I'm not gonna lie, this week was all about reps. With the list due today, me and Jesse have been grinding out games because we're both running completely different lists than what we were running even 2 weeks ago. And on top of that, my new battletome drops today, so I'm basically learning a whole new army on the fly going into the tournament. We even got a game in on Monday. Well, at least like a turn or two. But honestly, at this point, we just need every rep that we can get, even if getting a turn in helps you. See deployment, feel the list out, and understand positioning. What were you trying to test when we were playing?
Yeah, it's funny that you say that because I know that we had just the one round game that one afternoon. It's hard, with the job and, your family life to get a full game of Sigmar in. But so sometimes you just get to play like one or two, and then you got to talk hammer it out. But yeah, I enjoyed our games. I enjoyed trying out our lists and our models. It's tough because, as the tournament approaches, you look at what you have and what's battle ready, what needs to be battle ready, and what you have acquired maybe since you first made the list. And for me, I was able to acquire some Vanguard long strikes, which we all know has been like very meta for Stormcast Eternals, but I just, I've never had them and I never thought I would. And shout outs to Blake for not only like hooking me up with an awesome paint job, but for a really reasonable price. And I just appreciate you, brother. But yeah, it's tough because I was like, I want to use these, so I got some practice in, and we'll talk about that. But yeah, I'm excited about this tournament. I know you're excited about this tournament. We got to keep practicing, as horrible as it can feel sometimes. But yeah, more reps is always the key to getting better at this thing.
Yeah, it was fun. I enjoyed it. I think, like I said, even if we're just getting a couple turns, especially, I'm trying to like figure out like all my battle tactics and my traits are all kind of different. Mm-hmm. Not kind of different. They are very different. Like the whole like you're making like overgrown tokens and then like corrupting the field. I've learned you can do something like a lot of really cool fun stuff.
Finally, you have your book now, so it's going to be easier to explain it to your opponents. You can just show it in the app to them.
Yeah, exactly.
I know I'm going to be like, what does that do? And you can just be able to show me.
Yeah, it's like, here you go.
We've been, the app snobs the whole time, so Yeah, I'm glad you got your book. You know, Allie got her Daughters of Khaine book today, bro. Like, a lot is moving. I can, you know, we were just there at Gamers Guild on Friday. A lot of Sylvaneth players, bro. And I'm like, this is a familiar foe to me. I'm not moved by this at all. It's like if you were have to play a Stormcast list, you're not really moved.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know. I feel like the Stormcast are hard to play against, but I at least have played against them, so I have an idea.
For
you
sure.
know what I mean?
Your new rules are just really, really strong and really favor like a different strategy completely than the strike and fade rules of past. And you know, we called it that was going to go away, but we never stopped to say like, well, what do you think it's going to be? I didn't expect it to be this shit.
Yeah, I didn't, especially because like, I don't know, it's got the weird terrain. Like I understand that they got it incorporated, right? You know, they sold everybody 3 sets of trees.
Yeah.
But it's like very odd. You know what I mean? Just a different play style. I really enjoy it. I like basically measure all the buffs from how many tokens you have.
We forgot to ask Ben on Friday. You need like some overgrown tokens.
Yes, that would be really cool. Actually,
I feel like that's going to be pretty key for you now, just because like you do it to terrain, right?
Yeah. Yes. You know what? I bet you there's like some Magic the Gathering like green, like tokens. I bet you I could find some.
The green land token.
Boom.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, boom. There's this.
For sure. Yeah, because you need something to mark that it's overgrown. Even just like the Sylvaneth dice on.
That's
6.
what I've been doing is I rolled it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I set it on the terrain. I'm
Yeah,
like,
I love
hey,
that.
all of these are,
This is overgrown. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you can kind of like I'm not running the Tree Lord like spam anymore or the Tree Lord Ancient thing.
Yeah. No Tree Lords, right? Just Drycha?
Yeah, Drycha and Durthu.
Oh yeah, Durthu. Yeah, he's technically a Tree Lord. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can bring him back with the overgrown rule?
That's with the Tree Lord Ancient only. I don't run the Tree Lord
Only
Ancient.
with the Tree Lord Ancient. Okay. Yeah. So yeah. All right. So you're going to be a much more techie player now.
Oh, a little bit. I think I'm just gonna like run in and try to smack you hard with the Chronoths.
Oh yeah.
Or let you like run into me and try to smack me hard, and I'm gonna smack you back with the Chronoths.
Yeah, I mean, I've always been a fan of the Kurnoth, and I'm sure I'm going to see them in every single list that Sylvaneth run. You'd be a fool not to take them. I know a lot of people like they run the Spite Rider Lancers.
Yeah, the bugs. There's that, and there's 2 different like kinds you can make. You can make the Spite Rider Lancers, and then you can make the Revenant Seekers, maybe? Yeah.
Revenant Seekers, yeah. And that's what people like to run as their like damage unit.
Yeah, I just feel like they're too soft. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kurnoth, like, I know it's a 4-up save, but it feels a lot better.
Yeah.
Then I know, like, they're going to take out a lot of times, like, whenever they hit first.
Yeah.
And by paying 1 command point and giving strike first on your turn,
that's one of your wildest rules.
It's pretty nice.
I like the returning a Kurnoth too, right?
No, you have to like roll a dice, and you have to roll health, but it's actually D3. It's not a D6.
Oh.
So we did that one wrong.
Oh,
yeah.
Too bad.
Yeah, so I just bring back Dryads, or you can heal D3. So I can heal them 3. So say there's 3 damage on them, I can heal them
okay, but not bring one back. Okay, so yeah, and you got to be careful now. So I see why you have like the Scythe now ones, the more defensive style.
Yeah.
Kurnoth, I like that a lot more.
Well, it feels like there's a lot of people. It's like they like to charge. You know, a lot of people like to run in and charge, and it's like if you're gonna do that, I'll just sit here because. I think I'm like running less chances of by rolling the dice, you know what I mean, with the charge. If I gotta succeed the charge, I'm gonna roll it too.
Yeah.
That's just kind of how this game goes. But it's like only like when it's a key point charge.
In your games that you've been going throughout the week, how did the Dryads do?
The Dryads did pretty good. I liked them. They don't deal any damage at all.
Yeah, we
even
figured
for
that.
all of them, but it's very hard to kill a unit. Very, very hard to kill a unit.
Yeah, you got to put a lot into it.
Yeah, so it's just...
That's hilarious.
Well, that and you're -1 to hit, -1 to wound.
That could be tough, especially for those destruction armies.
Yeah, yes, yeah. That's why I would ideally like to play one of those guys, you know what I mean?
A destruction army, yeah.
Like, let me fight Gargants. If we fight the Gargants, like, let me fight the Gargants.
They're like just trying to slap up some Dryads the whole game.
Yeah, I'm just going to charge the Dryads right into them, like, good luck. Yeah.
You know, when I see other people's lists, I don't see that much. Like, I don't see Dryads, so I think they're still kind of slept on.
Yeah, well, it's just like...
Everyone's hot on Twist Welds, right?
Yep, that's the big thing, is Twist Wields.
Twist Wields, yeah.
The guy who won Adepticon, he spammed a bunch of Twist Wield. So, you know, that's like a real popular list. They do like a really cool ability where you can just basically turn off people's movement. Like, they can't exceed 6, so, you know what I mean? You basically can't run unless you move more than, like, less than 6.
That's going to be devastating for, like, Skaven, Ideneth, any of, like, your big movement armies.
Yes, exactly. Gets. That would suck.
Yeah, it would suck to, like, be able to go 14, but now you're just restricted to 6.
You just have to, I think, be in combat with them at the end of turn.
All right, what is their survivability looking like, though?
There's 8 models. It's a Warcry unit. I bet you it's like 2 life or 1 life. You know what I mean? It's not much. I bet it might be 1 life. Let's see. 2 life?
2 life?
8 of them, so 16 life.
A 5-up save, though.
Yeah.
That doesn't seem like that's that hard to remove.
They're 120 points. Their whole thing is they just run up and hit you.
And just the thing happening to you makes it happen the whole game, yeah.
Yeah.
And you can't remove this entwined keyword off of yourself?
Yes.
Wow.
And then when he hits you, he gets crit 2 hits. 3 on 3s and 4s, 3 attacks apiece. And then I think 3 of them could shoot or 2 of them could shoot. I think you get... This guy is like the champion that has this shot.
Okay.
10 inches, 6 shots, 3s and 4s, 1 rend, 1 damage. And then you can have 2 guys with the warden bow. And it's 2 shots, 3s and 4s, 1 and 1. Which isn't terrible. You know what I mean?
Okay, and then the rest of the guys have the melee profile.
Yes.
Or they all have the melee profile.
They all have the melee profile.
And then some of them have a shooting profile.
Yeah. Yes, that's exactly what
it is.
So,
yeah, okay.
So, even if they just run in and hit you, you could spike.
So even if you, like, start killing some of the models, they can just remove some of the melee models and keep the shot.
Yeah. And I think they have a champion as well. So, imagine you just run them in. You run them in, and then you just hit, what is it? You would get...
GW's like, what is taking up all the space in the corner of our warehouse? Twist wield, sir.
Yeah.
All right, well, give me that war scroll. Let me fuck some shit up.
Yeah, exactly. For 120 points, they're pretty good, man. 3 different shooting profiles, basically. Or 2 different, but you can use 1 twice.
Yeah, I mean, they look good. I see why they got spammed. I don't like Spam Hammer. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan.
I'm not a fan of Spam Hammer, but it plays into a lot of armies, so like it's always going to be there. You can't be like, why are you playing so many clan rats? Like he's supposed to. You can't be like, why do you have so many squigs?
Yeah.
Like you're supposed to.
That's the whole point.
Yeah. So
it's just a lot, especially when you're trying to move it and you're trying to get stuff done in time.
I mean, granted, I've always played with Stormcast who have a huge and deep range, and my current list has, and that's what I love about Stormcast. Like my current list has some Vanguard units, some Reclusion or some Ruination units, and then some Warrior Chamber units. I think it's cool that I'm like mixing the different chambers together, but. Some armies, like, they got, they got maybe 19 kits across the whole range.
Yeah.
They got no choice.
I think Stormcast has, 8 less models than the entirety of Death.
Yeah.
So, it's I think it's a crazy number like that. Don't quote me, but I'm pretty sure it's something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe not recently with the Spearhead that just came out, the battletome dropped for OBR.
Yeah.
So they always get, everybody gets a new unit. You guys got the Triaxes, pretty dope.
Yes. We need to do this. We need to do like a unit tier list. Like what units belong in S tier, A tier,
Yeah,
B tier.
that would be sick.
Especially with your new book and the Daughters of Khaine book, the new OBR book, it'd be nice to just look at some models and be like, these are the ones we think are S tier, and just pull a couple from each army.
Yeah, I think that'd be sick.
Yeah,
I like doing the tier list. Those are some of my favorite models,
yeah.
or some of my favorite things to talk about. Let's get back to the games. What games did we played? We played each other for one turn right in the beginning.
Yeah, we got a little practice game in a Gamers Guild.
I think we got 2 turns maybe.
Yeah, 2 turns in. I was running my list where I had the double Reclusions, double Prosecutors, Lord Terminos, Lord Imperatant, Gardas, and Lord Vigilant on a Griff Stalker.
I was excited to see to play this. Well, as excited as you can be to run into that wall.
So it's got a great... The list has a great entry plan. It's got a horrible exit plan. You're going to get to do a lot of fun stuff right away, turn 1 and 2. But then it started kind of falling apart towards the end. And I think the reason why is just I have too many heroes to make my thing work. And so I reworked the list, and I showed you the list earlier, and we'll talk about it. But, in our game, it was fun to just, go teleport to your front line, move D3... have 5-up ward, have +1 to attacks, have +1 to wound on one of my unit. It was a lot of it's a huge turn 1. It's a lot of turn 1 fun.
Yeah.
And then even like you taking the double turn, even like as we predicted, like would happen. I still felt like I was in a good place, and I really like your list now too. I feel like having the battle scroll in the app now is going to be great, but you did a really good job just like using like PDFs and little arbitrary ways to keep track of new rules.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, Sylvaneth is just, it looks like such an exciting list to play now, and it's cool to see them getting their flowers finally, because I was like, what the hell? Scourge the Guy Ran was supposed to be like
their place, yeah.
Yeah, but they're coming in like, which I like, they're coming in right at the very end. Just when you thought like they were out, they're like, actually, we're hella strong.
Yeah, I've started reading like the lore and like the books too, and it's pretty sick. Like it talks about how like they're really pissed now. You know what I mean? And like it seems like we'll do it seems like they're trying to do, like they're trying to buff everybody up for some reason all at the end. And if you look at like how the way the points went, everybody seems to be dealing like hitting really hard. You know what I mean? It feels like they're, you know what I mean, trying to like make everything's cheaper. You know what I mean? Like you guys got points drops. You just don't cast it.
Yeah, we got a lot of things got their points dropped. Vanquishers got their points dropped. Andraste got their points dropped. Krondis.
Yeah.
And Karazai by that nature too. And then things that went up only went up like 10 points, you know, arbitrary amounts. So.
And you would think that they would be more significant. Like, they did, like, nothing in Nurgle.
No.
Like, they got, like, two units, I think, went up 10. Rodigus, and then they have, like, a priest that like, went up 10.
But then the Rot Swords went down.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, okay.
Varangard went down. It seems
like they're, like... So, I felt like some people were saying, like, the Rot Swords are too good, right? And so they're like, oh, watch, when the points come... I thought this too. They're like, when the points come, they're going to get a big hit, and then people are going to start playing the Blight Kings again. Right? Because, like, the Blight Kings are super cheap, but they're just not as good.
Yeah.
Then, the Rot Swords, like, got cheaper.
Like 20 points
cheaper.
And
you're like, geez, man, really? It's like...
So, I feel like, yeah, you'll see a lot of Nurgle, you'll see a lot of Sylvaneth, you're going to see Doc.
Yeah. When we were there yesterday, we saw a lot of Sylvaneth. I think 4 tables were Sylvaneth. Granted, one was the Path to Glory guy.
Yeah.
But 4 tables, I want to say, were Sylvaneth.
Alright.
And it's all like, oh, man.
I'm unfazed by Sylvaneth.
Yeah, I think you'll be alright. Like I said, it's a different book, though, now, so it's really hard to say. But in our game, I know you did really good. It was the Gardas, like when you do the Gardas bomb, you know, when you drop him in, you run him in, and you smash in the beginning. I think I held out pretty well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which was nice. That strike first on our turn, man. It's so cool.
It's a good ability.
Like, such a sick ability.
It's a good ability, man. I mean, it's going to be the ire of a lot of, like, low save armies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm surprised it didn't do better against Doc. You know what I mean?
Well, so he gives out strike last on a 4-up or something.
Oh, God.
And every single turn, he made it. Every single roll. There was not one turn, and so I had to spend the command point to give him strike first, but... It doesn't give me strike first. It just makes it so I don't strike last.
Oh, God.
You know what I mean?
So that's just... It just turned that whole thing off for you.
Yeah. Well, yes. Yes, exactly. Well, like, for him, he's probably used to giving out strike last. And he didn't get that. You know what I mean? But it's just like... Oh, that sucks. You know what I mean? And at least mine was guaranteed. It wasn't on a roll. Which is nice. That guy, he rolled really good. Especially his charges were really good.
He had a cauldron?
I think he did have the cauldron, or he had the terrain piece.
Okay.
I don't think he had, like, the unit.
What was different from the list that you ran against me? Because you had, when you ran against me, you had the 3 Dryads.
I ran that same exact list against him.
Oh, okay.
And the Kurnoth, the Great Bows?
Yeah.
Yeah, I ran that same list, so... With you, I ran, it was 1 unreinforced bows, not bows, 1 reinforced swords, 1 reinforced scythes, Darthu, Arch Revenant, Gossamet Archers, 3 units of Dryads, and the Branch Witch.
Yeah, it seems it still even now sounds like a lot.
Yeah, it did. It felt like a lot, especially the 3 units of Dryads.
Yeah.
It does make the games feel longer because it's just, you can see they just eat damage, or you know what I mean, like attacks. Like they don't even take the damage really. And it's one of those, like, unless you can kill them, it's almost really not worth swinging into them.
Yeah, and there's, 10 models, or 20 if it's reinforced?
Yeah, you can reinforce it for 20.
Oh man, yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot to chew through. A lot of branches.
Yeah, it was a lot. But I got in a couple games actually this week. So I actually played with you, and then Tuesday I played it probably half a game with Eric too.
Very
which
cool.
Was pretty dope. Yeah, it was the first time he got to play Usharan, his first 2,000-point game.
Good.
He did really good, which was nice. You know
Good,
what I mean?
because I want him to be successful. I want him to do well.
Same. So he had his Usharan. He didn't have it. It was just the base. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
He has most of it built. He just hasn't attached it to the feature, the rock feature or whatever.
Yeah.
And so I just kind of kept forgetting it was there. You know what I mean? It was just Usharan's right here, and I charged the bows or the scythes in. And I should have let him charge me, but I was like, I could kill these guys for sure. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And then he countercharged Usharan and gave me my scythe strike last.
Oh my god, yes.
And then he hit me with Usharan, which he kind of whiffed a lot. And then he hit me with the 20 dudes, and they hit pretty hard. I think they did 11 or 12 damage.
Jeez.
And then I swung back all of them into Usharan, dude. So it was a lot. I hit him, and it was 18 damage. So I should have killed him. He rolled 10 sixes.
Damn.
It was what the fuck?
And saved them all?
Yeah. Yes.
Wow.
No, that was the ward.
That was the ward?
Yeah.
Crazy. So he survived.
Yeah.
Did your unit survive?
Yeah. I still had my unit, which was nice. You know what I mean? But it's the nice thing is the Kurnoth seem hardy because if you're in the creeping overgrowth, they get -1 rend.
Oh,
so
cool.
especially if you think you hit hard, I bet you they probably take worse to more attacks than less rend. You know what I mean?
You're right.
As opposed to if you have more rend, you're getting -1 rend. If you only have 1 rend, now you have no rend.
But they have no ward, right?
No ward, but say you swing with one rend, and I all out defense. Now I'm down to a 3-up save.
Okay.
So then it makes it half. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, I played a game with him. He counted when he did that. It was I think the bottom of turn 2, so we just played 2 turns. But I think since I moved up all my stuff, the nice thing I switched to scouting forces, and then we were playing the map that has the neutral territory in the middle.
Yeah.
With the 6 objectives. So I got scouting forces right away, and then I took an objective from him right away. So I got 20. So I was scoring high every turn. He did big move by hitting me with the Usharan. You know what I mean?
I'm glad he has some power on deck now.
Yeah, it was nice to see because that was the one thing you could see. This is what you're missing, bro. Is you were missing this.
Yeah, he needs that and a dragon, and he's good.
Yeah. Then you played. How was your game with Zach?
So Zach was Idenith Deepkin. It was a unit with 3 reinforced eels.
This is House of Hobbies Zach, by the way.
Yes, House of Hobbies Zach, not our teammate Zach. Yeah. But shouts out to Zach.
Yeah, shouts out Zach.
But yeah, so Zach with House of Hobbies, he was running Idenith Deepkin, and he had built a list with 3 reinforced eels, 4 sharks, and forgive me, Zach, for not knowing the heroes' names, but 2 heroes. One of them was a teleporting hero, and the other one was a wizard one. Mathala was one of them, yes.
Yeah. So that's the sorcerer? Right?
Yeah, Mathala was there. Yeah, Mathala was the sorcerer.
And what did the hero look like, the other hero?
It had a little wave in front of it, and I know this is
very was it his cape? Was his cape made of a wave? Where it's a giant wave?
I don't know. But then he also had the manifestation thing where it was a giant wave, too.
Yeah, nice. What is it? The Incarnate.
Incarnate, yes.
Yeah.
So just a lot of cool stuff. I was running. So I just picked up some new models. Bastian Carthalos. Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, that's the island. Yeah, his cape is a wave. It's like a tsunami wave.
That's cool.
And he's sick. Yeah.
And so against that I was running Bastian Carthalos, a Lord Imperatant with Gardas, and reinforced Reclusions, reinforced Prosecutors, Questor Sourceworm, and the Vanquishers. And it was a really cool, fun game and competitive. I think I scored 51 points by the end of the game, but Zach got 80. He was doing really well scoring wise.
He's definitely a big brain player.
Yeah,
super. Just talking to the guy, you could tell he's a very smart guy.
Yeah, he played his army very well, and it was my first time using my Raptors with long strikes. So
you actually were debuting a couple things, right? Bastian, Carthalos,
and I got some Vigilors too. Again, this is all from Blake. these are all things that are making it into the final list coming into the tournament. But yeah, I got to try out Bastion Karthlos. He was amazing. He popped that hero with the cape. I think he just hit him once, and he does 4 damage on his swing, and he got 3 hits through, and it was just terrible. 2 rend.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, and then, yeah, he's just amazing. So, Bastion Karthlos earns his spot. He lets you do an all-out attack on a unit within 12 for free. So I had him next to the Vanguard Raptors, and so they were able to all-out attack on their shot. And then I can all-out attack.
That's pretty sick. You're going to do that turn 1. You're just drop in and shoot them.
Yeah. Their shot is 18 inches, and I can drop in within 9. So it's pretty gross from Azir. Bastion Karthlos lets them move up right away, which is what I opted to do in this game, which was the wrong choice, but, I'm learning how to use them.
Well, you're also playing you know what I mean? It's not always the wrong choice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's the wrong choice against maybe that list. Or
maybe that list, yeah. But Karthlos, he chose 3 units, and they get to just make their normal move and deployment, so everything was nice and moved forward. I was only 2 drops. I'm still only 2 drops. It was a lot of fun. I was outscoring him for the first couple of turns, but then, once he got his army in position, those sharks, they recur, and with the battle trait that he took, which was you spend a CP and you just bring a shark back, and all of his
what is that, at the end of turn, right? Yeah.
At the end of any turn, yeah. So I think scoring wise, that without that, his army's much harder to score with, but that was a really broken mechanic, because anytime you leave an objective open, he was just able to spend a CP and take it.
Yeah. Especially if you killed a shark.
Yeah, and killing
the whole time you're trying to kill a shark because he's trying to kill you.
Yeah, and he's setting the sharks up on points, so yeah. But the sharks, yeah, they were easy enough to pop. Vanguard Long Strikes popped them. Yeah. Reclusions popped them. Questor Soulsworn popped them.
They die real easy. They just hit real hard when they hit.
Yeah, for sure. So I'm excited about my new units. I'm excited to add Vigilors to the mix. But yeah, appreciate you, Zach. House of Hobbies, shouts out to you. Thanks for showing me the key elements of my new units. Helping me brainstorm even before we played our game. He helped me kind of brainstorm between my 2 lists that I had built, where I should start heading the list towards. And I really like the Gardas and Lord Imperator Bomb, but I just don't think I want to make that work for the tournament. Like I said, the entry plan of it is really good, but the exit plan for it isn't great. You know what I mean? If I get double turns, sometimes it can really cripple my army.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna run this new list where it's going to, I feel, do much better. But those are my games for the week, and it helped me really learn my the units that I already have that I'm very familiar with. And you could be playing a unit the whole edition, and you still kind of learn more about them. One thing that I always forget about my Annihilators is that when they get charged, they roll a dice for each model, and then if you roll a 6, then those models get strike last.
Oh, nice.
And so I was like, okay, that's cool. So, because usually when I drop my Annihilators, I'm charging them into something.
Yes.
So it's nice to know that I can just post up on something. Those Annihilators,
you can just drop up and be like, you can try to take this.
Annihilators, man, they get swung on by sharks, by eels, by heroes. Just good at saving, bro. Mm-hmm. I know everyone is got a nice stiffy for the Grand Hammer Annihilators, but I really like my Shield Annihilators. I think they do a lot for me.
Yeah, at the 2-up save that's nice.
Yeah, my Reclusion.
Just don't roll once.
My Reclusions, man, that crit mortal and 2 damage, that really comes into play, especially on a healthy unit, dude. 19 dice, 5 or 6 of them are going to be crits. It's crazy, how much it worked out. My Reclusions never did less than 8 damage. Sometimes they were doing 16. So it was crazy. I just wish they were more mobile, and that's kind of their weakness. My list was really missing a priest. Not having translocate really hurt, and I really, really missed it. I didn't bring my portal in this list either. I really, really missed my portal. Stormcast can be really bogged down if you deploy crap, or if you deploy wrong. They can be really, really bogged down if you bring them down from a 0 in the wrong spot. You have to be really clever, or else have these backup teleports. And I have the Questor Soulsworn, I have the Porta Potty back in the list, and I got my Lord Relictor in there. So I'm perfect. He's my priest, and he can unbind he's a wizard 1.
Yeah. You guys have a really good prayer lore too.
Yeah, our prayer lore is amazing. Our spell lore isn't that great. It's just a bunch of random D3s to things. It's little lightning strikes. They're not great. I don't ever remember them coming key. But all the prayers are good. Bless weapons, translocate, heal. These are all great things. I want to have access to them. I want to have access to the prayers. So, what's kind of gearing me towards my list too is everything that I'm talking about in this current list that I'm going to probably submit tonight is all of it's painted up pretty nicely. I just have maybe 1 or 2 units to paint. But it's crazy how I thought I had so much time before this tournament.
It came up quick, huh?
It did. After Scorcher, they're like, well, at least we got a few months before the next one. But it's already here. They're already talking about the 5-man tournament.
I know. They were talking about Old Town Throwdown in California. I was like, that sounds really cool. That seems hard to get to. And that's so expensive, I feel like.
And everyone is just switching armies and switching metas and just chasing whatever's new. And I don't want to get like that.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I like the variants. Someone like Zach. Zach plays from Gamers Guild. He can play any army. Dude, it's sick. In my opinion, I think I've seen him running multiple games a week. Same with him and Jed. Multiple games in 1 week, a different army every time I see him play.
That's crazy. How can your mind process that much rules?
You know what I mean? I think he's playing... I know he's playing with Fleshy Decords, Corn.
He said Gitz was his home army.
Gitz was, really?
Zach said Gitz was his home army. It's what he started with.
Yeah, dude,
so can you imagine what that's like playing? If these are his other... when he played with Idenethos, he's like, I've only run this list twice. I was like, man, well, it's really good. I like it. I like this list a lot.
Yeah.
I don't have Ideneth, but if he was like, hey, I'll sell you this army, I'm like, yes, give it to me.
It's one of those, it just shows recursion is real nice. You know what I mean?
It didn't have the giant turtle.
Yeah, that's the one thing I was missing there. I like the turtle a lot because I think it gives some if they're within combat range, if your friendly units are in combat range, you get +1 to save or something.
Yeah.
Which is nice.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like whenever you look at Ideneth, you're like, where's the turtle?
Yes.
You know what I mean? I know when I'm looking at Sylvaneth, I'm like, where's the Tree Lords? Yeah. Where's Alariel?
Huh? Yeah. That's why to me the Twist Wheel build, I don't know, man. I don't like having a bunch of the same. I like the Kurnoth. I like having a bunch of Kurnoth, but that's really it.
Nick,
the Sylvaneth.
Nick over at Gamers Guild, he was showing me his Sylvaneth list, and he has Alariel, and I'm like,
yeah, his
Alariel's
nice.
Sick.
His Alariel looks really sick.
I like the tactical rock she's standing on.
And then he used part of the tree.
From the tree kit.
Yeah, and it's oh, dude, this is sick.
Yeah, he must have known about that rule change early.
yeah. It's well, I guess I won't be needing it anymore.
He's like, I'm going to make this an epic Alariel base. But yeah, I was hoping to play something other than Sylvaneth for the back half of this edition.
Nope.
But
now that I'll switch it. That's all you're gonna play.
They're like, Sylvaneth got a brand new gun or branch with something with a vine on the end.
Exactly. It's fucking a whip. They got a little rose whip.
I mean, you picked up the new model today, right?
I did. Oh yeah. So I got the new battletome, and then I got the new model. Because when I got there, I at first didn't see it. I had this guy point it out to me, and I was like, "Man, do you see this?" And he's like, "Yeah, it's right here." Right. I only saw the one when he grabbed it. So
he was blended in with the trees, man.
Yeah. I'm happy I got it though. I'm super excited to play her. I'll have another priest. I already have the Warsong Revenant.
2 prayer priests. That's fucking infuriating.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah, one prayer.
Yeah.
How the hell did this fucking tree priest get so much faith?
Yeah. Well, what's one thing that's annoying? So the Warsong Revenant in the last edition, the last book, was a 2-cast wizard, and then he did a lot of cool stuff. And now he's just a 1-cast prayer. And which is weird that made him a priest, but
yeah, because Warsong Revenant definitely looks more like a spellcaster.
Yeah, in my opinion, I definitely agree.
But yeah, the trees, everyone's gonna be playing them. You're gonna be playing them. At least I'll have lots of practice with you.
Yeah. Well, speaking of trees, as I'm running my new trees, I also played another game against Doug. Doug from House of Hobbies.
Oh, that's right.
And man, this guy was really good. He had the new Daughters of Khaine. He was cool. He's playing the new Daughters of Khaine book. He did really good. He said it was like the first time I think he played that list. Marathi is sick.
Yeah.
He had Marathi. He had a reinforced unit of the snakes with the spears.
Yeah.
He had the snakes with the bows, but unreinforced. And then, what is it? Is it Blood Sisters or something?
Yeah, or witch elves.
No, it wasn't witch elves.
Okay.
It was like 2 units of Blood Sisters.
Blood Sisters. Sisters of Slaughter?
Maybe that's exactly what it
was.
Okay. He had 2 units of Sisters of Slaughter, and then he had one. He also had Marathi, and then Shadow Queen, which 2 different units now. And then I feel like he had a lot, man.
Soldier?
He had the terrain piece.
The terrain piece, right?
Yeah.
The new one.
Yeah, I don't think isn't there like a unit that's like a cauldron?
Yeah, there's a lot of units that are cauldrons.
Yeah, he didn't have any of those. He just had the terrain piece.
Okay.
Marathi, like I said, slapped super hard. We were playing. We deployed. He made me go first since I was 3 drops. He was 2 drops.
Okay.
He made me go first. I moved my stuff in. I moved my Kurnoth in. I kept a lot of my stuff in the back, like Durthu. He had master the path, so I didn't want him to kill my heroes. So I kept all my heroes back.
Okay.
Now I'm kind of regretting. I think I probably should have played Durthu a little like more aggressive. You know what I mean?
For sure.
But the Arch Revenant, I missed his thing too because I didn't want him to pop that guy because he dies really easy.
Okay.
And then, but I got to shoot with my Gossamids. My Gossamid's pretty cool. So I pushed all my stuff up. I pushed my Dryads up. I didn't get my tactic because we were playing. It's the underdog can heal.
Okay.
So we were playing that one. I didn't get scouting forces because the territories are in half, so it's a little bit harder. But I did take the first 2 objectives. I think it's the one where you have to have a pair. No, you don't have to have a pair. You have to have like the triangle. You know what I mean? So you have to have the middle one and then a red and a green one.
Okay.
So you can do any triangle. That was the game plan we played.
Oh, okay.
We both basically just deployed on the right side of the board. He put like 1 or 2 units over there, and I put 1 or 2 units on the left side. But everybody was on the right side. I ran up and I made like my tree right in the middle, so my buff was for everybody, and all my guys were obscured and had cover, which was pretty nice.
Yeah, that's really nice.
He has a manifestation that like he can cast. That's like the Heart of Khaine or something.
Okay.
Or the Fist of Khaine.
Yeah, I've seen that. It's like a hand like holding a thing. Like
the
that.
heart. Yeah, it's the Heart of Khaine. Yeah, it's a giant rack.
What does it do? Or what does it do now with the new book?
It gives off a 12-inch bubble of, like, you get -1 to hit, like, when you swing at his units.
Wow.
Yeah, or not hit, to wound. So even worse. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Fuck.
Yeah. So you can't even fix it with, like, an all-out attack or anything.
Yeah.
The nice thing is I have the spell where I can give my units, like, +1 to hit on his units when I when I swing at them, you know what I mean? A lot of our stuff was funny is either very similar or cancels each other out. So he gives out strike last, Daughters of Khaine. I give out strike first.
That's funny.
In your turn, so it's like, okay. He gives out the -1 to wound. I can give +1 to wound. So it's just...
Just have the counter for everything.
Well, that's exactly what we were doing. Against him, I ran the same exact list I played against you, so it's all the Dryads. He turn 1 it was like 13 to 15. Turn 2 it was like 23 to 25.
Not bad, so close.
Yeah. No, it was 8 to 15 first, and then it went up to 23 to 25.
Okay.
But he had double turned me turn 2, and that's kind of really where things fell apart.
Okay.
You can see he did hit every single buff that he rolled, dude, every single one.
Oh, horrible.
It's like, on a 3-up I get +1 to attack. Boom.
Got it. Right.
Like, dude, everything. Every single thing. Every strike last he gave me every turn, dude. That's on like a 3-up as well, I believe.
Oh god.
Every single time. I'm like, jeez. But it was a lot of fun. We did it. I almost killed Marathi when he very first ran in because he ran into the Kurnoth with Scythe, And I think I hit her for like 5 mortals off the impact damage.
Nice.
Which is pretty nice. I like that a lot. But again, she smacks super hard. I want to say she killed most of my... he hits a lot hard with the spear guys too. I forget what those names were.
Okay, yeah.
But he charged those in, the snakes with the spear.
The Blood Sisters, yeah.
Yes. They hit super hard.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. They hit really hard. They were doing 2 damage, 3 life apiece, and there was like, I think 10 of them or something.
Woo. Jeez.
Yeah. But he struck first with that, and he knocked out a bunch of my Kurnoth there. Well, not a bunch, but like 4. I think it's 4, yeah.
The whole unit almost.
Yeah. It's funny, he did not kill my Kurnoth until, like, turn 4.
So they can hold.
They can hold, especially with that -1 to rend.
Yeah.
Yeah. When he would kill my units, it was cool because he'd kill, like, a unit of Dryads. I'm like, okay, now these Dryads have +1 to attacks. Dryads are cool. I like that they can absorb so much damage. They have, a big wound pool, and then, -1 hit, -1 wound is huge. So it's just hard to kill them.
Yeah.
But they do no damage. Negative damage. 0 damage.
Yeah, you're not really going to count on them to even kill, like, a little 2 health thing.
I think if I total up all the Dryad damage that was done that whole game, and they were, like, in combat the whole time, it was, like, 4.
Yeah. Yeah. Hilarious.
Yeah. There was one point I know he was kind of worried because I got in with my Dryads at one point, and then he's like, "Oh, Marathi had 5 life," and I was like, "You're fine, bro."
The Dryads trying to take Marathi down is hilarious.
Yeah, I had the Dryads. I think had the +1 to attacks. So I was like, I'm gonna hit him. I think I got 5, and he saved 4 of them because there's no rend.
Wow. You know yeah.
So it's like, yeah, with no rend, you can really feel it.
For sure.
But we finished that game, and that game was fun. He after that turn, the double turn, he crippled me from there. He kind of killed the rest of my Kurnoth. Like I said, I didn't really play Darthu aggressively enough, especially for as many points as he is.
Yeah.
I should have ran him in there and just started smacking people.
For sure.
I did not do that. I'm going to try to do that in the tournament, hopefully.
Yes.
So I think that's what I do, is just get him out there being aggressive.
Yes. And now you have Drycha too?
Yeah, so after our game, I finished that game, and I was not really happy with that. And then Rick wanted to play a game. So I played with him. I played against his Tzeentch. We only played for, it was like a turn. But, because it was, right after we both played a game during the day. And I was like, yeah, I'll play it. It was getting kind of late, though. So we at least did a turn. The Tzeentch is really cool. I like the swippy swap thing. Where they flip the units.
Yeah, shout out to Rick from House of Hobbies. Like, you got a really nicely painted Tzeentch army.
Dude, and then everything's a conversion. That's his thing, is he only does conversions. But if you look at his conversions, you're like, this is way more than just the regular one.
Yeah, he's like a Chaos Warrior, but instead his head is like a little green flame.
Yeah.
That's cool.
His Zangors are chosen units on the discs.
That's awesome.
Yeah. That's sick. So what I see, and they're all painted really, really nicely. He has the cool terrain pieces too. I really like the terrain pieces.
He's got the half and half Kairos. Half in the future, half in the past. Super cool.
Yeah. The Kairos is really sick.
Yeah. He's got the Zangors on the disc like you were talking about. He's got the Carrick Acolytes, but they're conversions as well.
Yes.
Just so good. So nice.
Yeah. His army looked really sick, but he was still getting, I think, used to that list. Plus, to be honest, it seems really hard to pilot. There's a lot of thinking there. You know what I mean? They do the teleporting in and out. It doesn't seem like they smack really hard. Maybe a little bit, but I don't know. When we played, he had scouting forces and restless. We both had the same tactics: scouting forces and restless. And he was trying to get his scouts in, and he put the Zangors in the front, and then he put them real close to the Kurnoth with the swords. Mm-hmm. And he was like, "Yeah, I'm trying to get these." I'm like, "Are you baiting me? Are you gonna? Hey, these guys, they'll impact damage. They hit pretty hard." He's like, "No, I'm good. I'm gonna go here." All right.
Yeah.
After shooting phase, nothing happens. Do you respond? He tried to charge one unit, and he didn't want to go into it was not a favorable fight for him. Yeah. So he didn't run him in. And then he's like, "You want to respond?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm going to countercharge these swords." Ran him right into the Zangors. Then it was his turn, so I paid the one command point, gave him strike first.
And then the rest is history.
I popped 4 of them right there. And then he had 2 left, and it's cool because he can do the whippy swap thing every hero phase. Right. So your hero phase and my hero phase. Yeah. So it's like, dude, that's sick. So next end of turn, right? We do end of turn, go to the next turn. It's my turn. Yeah. I do my hero phase stuff. He goes, okay, end of your hero phase. I'm going to pull these guys out and drop in a Chaos Spawn. Chaos Spawn, nothing. You know what I mean? It's a good pinning unit. Right. You know what I mean? It doesn't really do any damage. Yeah. We finished. So I did my turn. I just popped the Chaos Spawn. I moved a lot of my guys up. He still did really good. I think he scored all his stuff, basically. He scored No, he didn't get any. Actually, he didn't score anything, but he got 10 because he held more than me.
Okay. So, you were just in a position to where you were going to just continue crushing his army.
Yeah, there was this... Oh, yeah, the next thing I did, so in my turn, I can put it here. If I can have up to 3 trees now. Now you only need, the 3 sets of trees. So, you get to start with one, and then in my hero phase, I get to create another one until I create 3. So, he left his back line open a little bit, and I dropped a tree just 3 inches outside of Kairos.
Okay.
And now Tzeentch, with her new ability, you can just charge from any corrupted terrain feature, which is any of the trees.
Okay.
So now Tzeentch just has to make a 3-inch charge. So run it to Kairos. And I was like, okay, cool. I'm going to pop Kairos right now.
Okay.
He redeployed and got Kairos out barely. I think he rolled a 4.
Okay.
And then my charge was a 6. You know what I mean?
Wow. Got lucky.
Or no, my charge was a 7 or an 8. It was close.
But the Lord of Change just evaded it.
Yeah. So he pulled away. Well, he knew it was going to happen. You know what I mean? He's Tzeentch. He saw the future. He's like, I'm going to move.
That's crazy. You're right. He did. The Lord of Change.
And then, but I still made the charge too. He had his acolytes there, and he had another little priest hero guy. It's his, I think, a changeling maybe.
Okay.
He had that guy there. So Tzeentch ran to there, and then smacked that hero. And then killed 5 of the acolytes because I just split the attacks.
That's crazy.
I think from there my momentum was going to really build. You know what I mean? Because I think I maybe lost 1 Kurnoth.
Yeah. But, time was... It was getting late.
Yeah, so... Well, we even both said, he's like, even if you just want to play a turn or 2. I was like, yeah, alright, cool. I can do that.
There's value in that, Yeah. Deployment is a big part of the game, and you only get to do it once. So to practice that even is important.
Yeah, especially that I feel is something I really, really need right now. Is because I think I became so reliant on the teleporting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I would always just castle up. And if I've just castled up,
you're not going to get to where you need to get to.
Yeah, exactly. It is no more strike and fade. That is one thing I miss a lot.
Yeah, now it's 1 unit has it. That's not great.
Yeah. So did you have any standout moments in your games? What was Lord? You. I think you said Lord Bastion.
Same. Yeah, Bastion just straight popping somebody was really nice, and I really like Bastion. I really like the shot on the Vanguard long strikes. I see why people have them. It feels like an 18-inch hammer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, and then, Questor do their thing, bro. Even on 1 or 2 models, I'm able to teleport them where I need to, score an objective. Questor are must-take. I know they went up 10 points, but I still enjoy my 1 unit of them. I wouldn't mind having another unit, maybe 2 or 3. But, I like having the diversity that I have now. My brick of reclusions... They do their work every time. They very rarely fail, and when they do, I just forgive them and try them again. Reclusions and that crit mortal, the 2 damage, it adds up quickly. They reliably kill what I need. What other units did I use? Vanquishers didn't really get to do much. The Ideneth have an ability where they can reduce the number of attacks that you do by 1 on a 3-up, and that one seemed to be going through. So that really sucked. That really kind of nerfed the Vanquishers. They didn't get to shine. But other than that, again, I had Lord Imperatant, Gardas, and a Lord Terminos. Oh, no, I'm sorry. No, I just had Gardas and a Lord Imperatant. And I feel like after the drop, after the charge, after that initial, boom, they're just kind of standing out there in the open and don't really have much to do.
Yeah, I could see that. You have a hard time kind of moving them after that.
Yeah, so I was just I think they got to go.
Yeah.
They got to go.
I don't blame you there. But let's start locking things in, and let's start talking tournament prep. Alright, this is it. List or do. Tournament's right around the corner, and this is where we figure out where we're going as a team going into this. So, I'll start with mine. I'm running Sylvaneth, and it's honestly what I would call one of more the defensive flex type list. I've got Durthu leading the list. I got Reinforced Kurnoth with scythes and swords, Tzeentch, Archrev, just for some support, and then some screens with Dryads and Spy Revenants. And then I also have some Gossamer Archers for movement and pressure. It's not all in aggressive, but it's more about controlling space, trading efficiently, and picking the right fights. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm still kind of learning it. New battletome drops today, with new rules, new interactions. So I'm kind of going into this figuring out things as I go. So from your side, what does my list look like to you?
I like it, bro. You keep trying to play without Drycha. Stop doing that.
yeah, definitely. I'm gonna go with Drycha.
All right. Yeah. We loved Soggy Drycha. We love New Book Drycha.
Yeah.
Some units you just take.
I think so.
Let's put Drycha on the list.
After they made her soggy, she got really really good. But ever since then, and in the new list, the new Drycha is almost just like Soggy Drycha. Like they cut like her best part of her old thing and like the best part of her new thing and made it together.
I really like the aesthetic of Drycha and Durthu, so like it's really hard for me to see you take them off the table. Yeah. I can, when you take a Tree Lord off, I'm like, okay, that's fine. You have Durthu, you're fine. And Drycha is just so cool. You painted her so well.
Yeah, thank you. I've actually really liked my Drycha. I do think look.
The honeycombs look so good, and it's important you nail those because that's a big part of her aesthetic.
Yeah,
not the bees.
Yeah,
the bees.
That's 100%. Is that's her thing. Is just make sure that you look like this.
In one of her attacks, like a swarm of bees or something like that's called that.
Yeah, spite swarm.
Yeah,
20 attacks, 4s and 4s.
Oh yeah, that could be horrifying, bro. You just flinging a horde of bees at you.
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
Yeah. I'd rather get smashed by a Trollgoth or a hammer or something.
Yeah, but get drowned by bees, basically.
Oh, God.
And then right before there, she's going to stab you with the giant-ass talons, you know what I mean? It reminds me of, the Primarch hands.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The
claws.
For sure.
Like Horus,
Yeah, they're massive, so yeah, I really like that. And Drycha's abilities are cool.
Yeah, I love the charging from the terrain is just hilarious.
Yeah, especially because those trees, I gotta feel like by the third turn are going to be in every quarter of the battlefield.
Yeah, it does. It makes it seem like you're giving Drycha just you have to know to redeploy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Ahead of time, because if you don't know that, then she's gonna you can't redeploy in the charge phase. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All the movement stuff is done.
Yeah.
It's now I've charged. You can't redeploy out if you don't know about that.
So if a tree ends up near you, you need to redeploy away from it. Or Drycha's gonna pop up out of that thing.
Yes, super thematic though. That's
Whack-a-mole.
her thing. Is if you go in the woods, dude, Drycha's gonna fuck you up.
That's scary.
That's 100% her theme. So it's just oh, that's so perfect.
So this list is ironclad then.
I don't know. Like I said, I'm all new. I'm not changing it. It's gonna be this list. My big thing, I'm thinking is, do I want 3 drops or 4 drops? Because I can spread it among 4 drops, but I can just condense it all to 3 drops without changing nothing. I can put the Arch Revenant in his own thing, or I can put him with Earth.
4 drops will allow you to conceal your deployment a little bit better.
Yeah.
I almost feel like if you're past 2 drops, you might as well just have infinite drops. Who cares?
That's kind of what I'm feeling. And it's one of those, at least I'll get that priority reroll if I have more. You know? I've been playing with 3 drops this whole week, so and every single time it didn't matter. You know what I mean? So at least if I'm just going to do 4, at least I'll get the priority unless you do a spam.
Yeah.
So I'm fine with that. I think that's going to be the main list I'm going to change. I really like the way that the Tzeentch ran. I really like the Drycha shenanigans. The only thing I would consider changing is taking out the Arch Revenant and the Gossamids and just putting in something better. But then I have less units.
The Arch Revenant and the Gossamids are there to gain an objective, right? Somewhere on the...
They have a lot of different jobs.
Yeah.
So the Gossamids are there to they can help screen, right? And then I can shoot with them. They can spike with that shot. Then they can do that. They get to shoot twice with the Arch Revenant.
Yeah.
Remember?
And that's why you have that combo together.
Yes. And then...
And in your games, you were able to shoot something up pretty consistently?
It's gone fair.
So was that combo worth the point? Because how much a point did that total?
When I played Drycha, or when I played Daughters, right? Daughters, if he took the battle formation where if any of his units are standing on the objective or contesting an objective, I can't see them for more than 9.
Wow.
Yeah, so that kind of shut off a lot of my shooting.
Okay.
It doesn't count for his Marathi. I think a monster still.
If you were to take
maybe
Arch Revenant and the Gossamed Archers out, who would take their place?
Well, then I have 250 points. I could do a Tree Lord.
Okay, have a Tree Lord Ancient?
Yeah, I could do a Tree Lord.
Because that would be 2 Tree Lords because you can bring it back.
I might be able to do another Durthu.
That's ridiculous.
Just throw 2 Dirthus.
But you said earlier that you can bring back a Tree Lord Ancient.
No, so if you have the Tree Lord Ancient, you can bring back a Tree Lord or a Tree Lord Ancient.
Can the Tree Lord Ancient bring back Dirthu?
No.
Okay, because he's named.
No, he's not. Dirthu's he's not named and he's not unique.
Oh.
Yeah, so you can spam him.
Oh, okay. That's why you're talking about running too.
He does not have the. He does not have the. Yeah, he does not have the Tree Lord keyword anywhere. But there is no Tree Lord keyword, but it says Tree Lord. But I don't know if Darthu. There's nowhere that says Tree Lord on him. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like you know how the keyword stuff is.
Yeah.
There's nowhere that says Tree Lord.
Okay.
They even have their own keyword. It's like Elder of Clans or something.
Oh, okay, yeah,
It's
yeah.
not Elder of Clans.
Okay.
It's Tree Lords. So I think it's just Tree Lords, maybe a Tree Lord Ancient. You know
So what would the dual
Lord.
Dirthu do for your list?
You smack, man.
Just more power? More power?
Darthu's 3 up save. If he's in combat with if say you're in combat with a hero, one of my heroes, Darthu gets +2 to his charge.
Wow.
So that's pretty big. We have the spell where you can just run and charge. So there's on a 5 up, especially if I run on my branch witch with the +1 casting, I'll roll a 5, and I've gotten that pretty consistently. Or run and charge with Darthu.
Okay.
I could put through the 6, make it move 12, and then I could charge. He'll get if you're in combat with one of my heroes, he gets +2. So that's why I like him and the Arch Revenant together.
Okay.
I almost think. See, that's what I was saying. Like the Arch Revenant has so many jobs. That's why I don't know if I want. I'm gonna try to keep him.
Okay.
I'm just gonna try to run him. He hasn't like really shined too much for me yet, but I think I've only played 3 games.
Yeah.
And they're all against really good people.
Yeah. It's not a accurate gauge of like how hard it's going to be or how easy it's going to be.
Exactly, and it's like I'm still learning all these rules. You know what I mean? All the battle traits are different. I'm super used to a different Sylvaneth list. But let's talk about your list, your Stormcast. So we're talking how mine is more like I think mine's gonna be more like a defensive flex list. Because we have all the different like jobs. You know
For
what I mean? We can either be a defender, and then you can the other 2 guys. That game is that pairing is gonna be a little different. But at least if you know you're the defender, your opponent's going to try to plan to counter you.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I think I'm more like a defender maybe type, like or a flex type. Your list, what do you think yours is?
So my general's regiment is going to be led by Lord Commander Bastian Carthalos. This is a guy that has 8 health and has a shooting attack and a melee attack. His melee attack is really impressive. It's 4 attacks with crit auto wound, 3s and a 2s, Ren 2, damage 4. And his abilities are pretty insane too. If he slays any models with those attacks, he'll heal 4, just a flat 4 at the end of turn. He can pick 3 friendly Stormcast Eternals infantry units, and they just make a normal move in my deployment phase.
I like that a lot.
That's really, really good. And then any Stormcasts who are wholly within 12 inches of him that use an all-out attack just get to do it for free. It doesn't cost any CP. So I'm putting him with my Vanguard long strikes so that they can all-out attack on their shots for free. And he's going to have in his regiment reinforced Annihilators with shields, Questor Soulsworn, and Vigilers. Vigilers are a shooting unit, 18-inch shot, and anything that does damage.
Is that the guys with the bows?
Yeah.
Okay.
My whole army will have +1 to hit against that target. So.
Oh, that's pretty sick.
Yeah, that's going to be the first regiment. The second regiment is the Lord Veritant. He was in that Scaventide box. He's the guy with the blindfold on his eyes holding the torch.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
He's my Priest 1, but he can unbind as if he were a Wizard 1 as well. He has, in his melee profile, anti-Priest +1 rend and anti-Wizard +1 rend. So a lot of heroes are priests or wizards, so he's going to be good at going into a hero. He's 3 attacks, 3s and 3s, rend 1, damage D3. And then his staff, which is funny, it's a bonk that rarely goes off, but 1 attack, 3s and 3s, rend 1, flat damage 3.
Jeez.
So he can spike every once in a while his abilities. He's got Ruinations, we can ignore it ability. He's got a Griff token that gives him like a 12-inch bubble. And if you are within him, that 12-inch bubble, you're -1 to your chanting rolls or your casting rolls. He's going to be leading a squad of Liberators. Not Reinforced, just 5. It's going to be like a little screen. Reinforced Prosecutors and Reinforced Reclusions. and I've been playing with Reclusions and Prosecutors the whole edition, so very comfortable with them. Been playing with Questors and Annihilators the whole edition. I'm pretty comfortable with them. So it's just getting those long strikes and vigilers in position to be doing what I need them to do, where I need them to do it. Yeah, I'm really happy with this list here. I'm excited to have Bastian Carthalos. I saw his model kit very early in the edition, and I was just so hooked on playing Iridan that I just kind of didn't look into it too much. But I'm glad he's in the list, and again, shout out to Blake for hooking me up with Lord Commander here and the Vigilers and the long strikes. I want to put them to good use in this tournament. I like this list a lot. I feel like it does more than just Alpha Strike. It can do a lot of things, and I feel like I'm going to be an asset to the team with this list more than maybe my other list was.
Yeah, I can see that. I think you're definitely, you have a lot more shooting pressure. And then you also, like you said, you have your deep strikes, so you can do, lots of different things. You know what I mean? Like, your, typical toolbox, and then you have all your, your very reliable hammers, the Reclusions. What, did you have Annihilators in there too, right? Yeah.
Yep, Reclusions,
like
Annihilators.
With the shields, I feel like even hit still relatively well,
Yeah, I mean, I've been able to clear pretty good units. I've been able to kill heroes. They're Ren 1, damage 2. But, a healthy unit of them is going to have, 19 attacks.
Yeah, and you have the priest now?
Yeah, the priest, so we can try to get blessed weapons on them.
Yeah, I think there's little buffs you can do.
Yeah, so, I like Annihilators a lot. They're an awesome unit. And, I think this is going to be a list I'm going to submit. I'm going to be running the tactics, Mash of the Paths, and Wrathful Cycles. This list gives me my portal back, so my teleport. Gives me my Questor Soulsworn, there's a teleport. Gives me my Lord Veritant, who can chant Translocation. So this is looking to be the final list at a clean, even 2,000 points, baby.
Oh, very nice, very nice.
Yeah, Prayers of the Storm Host, bless weapons, translocate, heal. Yeah. Any one of those is useful.
I don't think I ever see you run the Lord Relictor, so I think that'll be cool. Because you used to run that a lot, in the last GHB, huh?
I did, and so here's the thing is, Lord Relictor has +1 to chanting, so he can't fail a chant. So you roll a 1, it's a 2.
It doesn't count. I think that the failed is an unmodified one.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
So I guess you could still fail.
So you can still fail, but I mean...
But still, +1 to chanting is still reliable.
Well, now your Translocate is on a 3 instead of a 4.
Yes.
Your Blessed Weapons is on a 5 instead of a 6.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So, and I say you could do it twice, Then you get +1 each of those rolls, which is really good.
Yeah, and I feel like if you are going second and you can, bank some prayer points in your opponent's turn, you're getting that Blessed Weapons. You're getting that Translocate.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. On the second turn, no matter what. You know what I mean? Especially say they go first.
Yeah.
You bank 1 on your turn, or on their turn, and then by your turn, you're doing something.
I realized, because in my game with Zach, we played the one where you can draw a line between 2 objectives and do D3 on each thing. I realized on the 6 objective battle plans, it's really hard to be an Alpha Strike army.
Yeah, just because, especially if they're all spread out.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you have to be all over the board at once.
Yeah, it's tough. So I wanted to have less heroes, more infantry, more units to spread out with, and I feel like I've got a reinforced unit of everything that's flavorful in my army. So I'm very happy. I'm very excited. I'm ready. Damn it.
What kind of role do you think you would fill in our So you know how there's the mini game, right? So
yeah.
It's got to be a defender, and then we're gonna you're gonna have one person kind of pick the game, right? We're gonna say they're gonna pick their defender. We can pick who we want to fight.
So I found this out playing Idenith last night. A lot of people are going heavy in. So the list I was playing was heavy into anti-monster, anti-cavalry, and guess what? I don't have.
What?
Monsters or cavalry. My list has no monsters, has no cavalry.
Yeah.
So any list that is really geared towards fighting cavalry or fighting monsters, I feel like I would do good against that list. I feel like I'm kind of like the switch hitter or the relief pitcher. You guys can pretty much pick your matchups, and I'm gonna be pretty much fine against anybody.
Nice. Okay.
I don't really feel like my army is going to struggle really hard against any one thing.
That's the one thing I think is Stormcast are a fair matchup for majority of the armies, right?
For sure.
There's not a lot of hard counters in Stormcast.
Yeah, no, I mean, other than, like, being an army that can, like, table me within the first turn, like, you know, like the Varangard list with the Chosen.
And that's it. Everybody struggles with it.
Yeah, but, you know, that counter shot from my Vanguard long strikes, you know, that's still 4s into 3s, Ren 2, damage 2, and even on the, like, charge in, I was able to pop some eels, pop a shark. You know what I mean? And then I can Scions of the Storm, and I can Heaven's Sent them. If they get killed, I can bring back them at half strength. And
I think all the L's, the thing is, like, I think they all save on 4s for the most part.
Yeah.
Like, even, like, their elite units save on 4s, except for, like, their main generals.
For sure.
Like, all my Sylvaneth, they, for the most part, everybody saves on a 4 or 5 or 6. Except for the big trees.
I think my weakness is really mobile armies.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you can, you know, go first and get across the board and pin me in, then I don't really have a lot of retreat shenanigans other than the translocate. I can't really move that fast, so I really, you know, it's tough. I want to go first so I can kind of saturate the objectives and force you to play take back.
Yeah, you're getting the upper hand before. As opposed to trying to...
And everyone keeps telling me, like, hey, maybe you should go second. Hey, maybe you should go second. But in my experience, like, going second, I don't get to do my things.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you put a lot of your stuff in Azir, and then you could just ask them what's your threat range.
Yeah.
And then once they say your threat range, especially that secret sauce we were talking earlier with Bastion coming back.
That's a key strategy. Like, you know, movement before the game begins is just pretty cheeky.
Yeah,
because you confuse your opponent. Like, is he coming forward or is he going back, or what's he doing?
Well, that and like so once you deploy, like, I'm deploying my stuff based off of how you're deployed.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So if you are deployed and like I think you're deployed this way, so I set up this way.
Now I'm gonna move,
and then you're moving everything.
Yeah,
and you're like, oh. So that's why I'm like kind of like having like a harder time, I guess, with like my new stuff. You know, like I'm still learning like my deployment stuff.
Yeah. So in my game with Zach, I had like Karthlos behind the long strikes, and then I had them kind of like side by side with Vanquishers. Mm-hmm. I should have had the Vanquishers in front of them, and then Karthalos, and then the long strikes.
Oh, that way.
Because then the choice, you're just like, okay, you can go to the Vanquishers, but then you're going to have to fight Karthalos, and if you somehow beat all of that, you're going to get shot by a full unit of Vanquishers.
Yeah.
I mean, Raptors. So I was just like, okay, I see how this could have worked better. I see how in deployment, in movement, I could have done better. You know that the long strikes can just declare in the hero phase that they have run, shoot, charge, or retreat, shoot, and charge. They can just do that. So in combat, they can retreat, they can shoot you, and then charge something else, or charge right back into you.
Yeah, that's.
Now their attack scroll is horrible, bro. It's 4s into 3s, no Ren, damage 1.
What is this?
The long strikes.
Oh, if you
because they're just like butting you, they're hitting you with like the butt of the crossbow.
But even in like typical Stormcast fashion, like most people, that's like, you know, it's like the horse. It's like 5s and 3s.
Yeah.
And Stormcast, it's like, no, it's still 4.
Yeah, it's still 4. It's still 4 into 3, but still, no Ren.
Yeah, exactly.
No Ren. So, the stock of the gun cannot rend armor.
Just a typical Stormcast fashion.
But
I think that's a pretty accurate description of, like, I think that's a good role to be in. The nice thing is I think we're both kind of in that spot.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? There's not like a super lot to like shut me and my guys down. You know
yeah.
It seems like, especially now with the command points and the buffing, and the same with you. Like, you don't have like a lot of like hard counters. So I think we can work a little more. Up next we have Brandon, who's going to be our teammate. He sent us his list. And he's going to be running a lot of Drogoths. His list is basically, he's going to be like our anchor, you know, like
for sure.
Heavy, lot of wounds.
He's got the 2 Trog bosses.
Yeah.
The 3 packs of Trogoths.
Yes. He's got reinforced rocket Trogs.
Yep.
So those guys are sick. I like those.
Yeah, he's fresh off of coming from Adepticon, so he's got reps in.
yeah.
You know, he runs a store. Shouts out Athoria Gaming. Over there, and where is it? Tempe?
Mesa?
No, it's Tempe. I think it's Tempe, Arizona. Yeah, Tempe, Arizona. Athoria Gaming. If you're in the area, in the Tempe area, look them up. But yeah, Brennan, he manages a lot of events over there, 40K and Age of Sigmar. This is a guy who's been playing every edition. This is a guy who has a lot of experience, but is still down to earth, still fun to play. Isn't pushing his glasses up and saying every 5 seconds, you know what I mean? So I love this guy. I can't wait to meet him and to compete with him, and it's just funny, man, that we're just trying to like plug into this established group, and we're like the wild cards, man. You know what I'm saying? We're like who are these guys? What are they doing?
Well, I'm starting to, like, as we're talking, like, I went through on Friday and just kind of, like, go and bullshit with everybody for a little bit. And then, like, after, like, kind of just talking to people, you see, so I know a lot of them are like, House of Hobbies guys. Like, when we're looking at the team stuff,
Yeah.
like, dude, 90% of the teams is House
What do you
of Hobbies
think
guys.
about going to the team's tournament dressed like the Hardy Boys? Because that's how I feel, bro, in there, bro. I feel like everybody's like these super polished wrestlers with the wrestling attire, and then you and I are Matt and Jeff Hardy.
Yeah.
We're going to introduce tables and ladders and chairs to our matches.
Exactly. What do you bring that ladder for? You'll see.
Yeah. I just love it, bro. Like, I can't wait to meet Brennan and talk over us and see the Troggoths, but I feel confident having him on the team and having that nice Git mob of trolls. I don't know much about Gits other than what you've showed me, and you don't really run the troll stuff.
No, I have that Battle Force box. I just haven't built them yet. They're in my pile from Christmas. But
you hear this, guys? He's just got the Darkhold. What is it? The
Dankhold.
The Dankhold Troggoth
box.
Battle Force box. It's just leisurely in his closet. No biggie.
There's
just right next to the Space Wolves Battle Force. No biggie.
That's exactly
small things.
The Soul Blight Battle Force.
Yeah.
Prince Vordra and all the Blood Knights.
Yeah. Ben, who made our bangers, he's and made our measuring tools. He's running the Blood Knight list.
Did you see Jed was too? He was running the Army of Renown.
Oh Lord.
Yeah. Unfortunately,
Man,
Jed won't be able to make that tournament like we said last time. Sorry, Jed.
What? I should throw some Blood Knights into my Death Army?
Yeah, exactly. I love the Blood Knights. They're super sick. Can you run them in yours?
Maybe. I mean, I'm OBR's Death, so they can run the regiment around now.
Oh, that's true. What's Soul Blight Regiment around? The Blood Knights are sick.
I don't know, but I would hope there's Blood Knights in it. But we got our own shitty cavalry.
Yeah, yeah. the bone guys.
Yeah, the Cavalos Death Riders. We lost our +1 to damage on the charge, so we don't need a good cavalry unit.
Yeah, he's like, no,
we got our own shitty one.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. That's my pile of shame, bro. I got the OBR Spearhead on sprue, the Regiment of Renown on sprue.
Yeah, over here guilt tripping me.
Yeah.
Look, I seen that shelf you have when I walk in here. Like, you're like, hey, these are all built now. I was like, they weren't.
What?
Like last year.
We're not rich. We just make poor decisions.
Yeah. But let's get back to Brennan's list. He's gonna be running all the Troggoths, right?
Right.
It's a lot of wounds, a lot of health.
Yeah, a lot of damage.
I think they can spike and do a decent amount of damage.
4s and a 2s, though, right? Because this is a destruction army.
So I think it's just really easy to kind of turn him off. So I think probably like when we play with him, like we'll try to give him favorable matchups. I think.
I don't want to give him Ideneth because I found out that Ideneth they're -1 to hit if they're near the little sunken treasure
that's
thingy.
What we need to make sure is he doesn't get into any of those.
Any guys with -1 hit is going to turn this fool off.
Yeah, like I can do -1 to hit. It's not great.
Yeah,
but 4s and 3s is way better than 5s and 3s.
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking about, like, Iridan would do that teleport and give you -1 to hit. Like, a lot of things have that -1 to hit ability. And a lot of things that we don't even know about.
Yeah.
Because we've said this before, like, we are by no means experts and know everything about every army. When we play these guys from House of Hobbies, it feels like they're like that. Very rarely are they like, show me that rule.
Yeah,
let me see.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Every once in a while, they'll like maybe, and I'll be like, and I'll go to explain it or I'll go to show, and they're like, no, I believe you. I believe you. You know your army.
Yeah.
So it's like they're so confident in their gameplay, bro. I want to be like that. Like
that's exactly that. Like I've yet to have anybody. Like,
I just feel like Jack Black. I'm like, I want to party with you, Neil. I want to party with you. Like, it's that guy again. Get him out of here.
Yeah, get that guy out of here.
Please.
So Yeah, we're basically going to give him the favorable matchup there, Brandon.
Yeah, Brandon, we're going to make sure that we don't embarrass you and that we make you look like Captain of the Year.
Yeah, right, bro. We're going to try not to embarrass him. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm going to try to get a nice 1-4 for you, Brandon.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to try to give you a 1-4.
We'll try to win that last game when I'm down there in the shit brackets. I'm going to get you that win.
I think I can win game 4 or 5.
Yeah. Let me dig my hole a little deep before I attempt.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I'll get the unfavorable matchup, so it'll be his. It is what it is. But I think that'll be worth it. Because that's the thing with this format. It's not just can I win my game, can we win as a team? So, what matchups are you not wanting?
Oh my gosh, I don't want to do the dual Varen Guard Chaos Chosen Reinforced list. I've played it now twice, and it's just horrible to deal with. What else? I had to play a Gargant list last time at Scorched Earth. I don't want to play that one again, where it's like Kragnos and 5 Gargants.
Yeah.
I just don't know what to do, bro. They have so much life.
And with Kragnos, they get, I think, a few of them get 3d6 charge.
Yeah. They can go far, bro. And they have 10 control.
Yeah, and then they just run in and pin you. You know what I mean? And then the big ones can smack.
Yeah. I think having my Vanguard Raptors will be good in that matchup now. That's something I didn't have, an element I didn't have before. Yeah. I don't see them being able to get out of shooting too easily.
That's my plan to deal with them, is run them into dryads.
Yeah.
Might as well
deal with the dryads.
That's for you, buddy.
Damn. Now they're 5s into 2s.
I'm don't worry.
Or 5s into 3s now.
I won't be dealing any damage either, so.
They're just trying to stamp out dryads, scurrying around underfoot.
Basically.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, especially no rend. I guess dryad or Gargants save on what, 5s?
5s, yeah.
Not the big ones though. They probably save on 3s.
Yeah, if not 4s. I think 4s though.
Probably that would actually.
But again, wound pools that are 36, insane.
Yeah, that's just a lot of damage. So you want to pin them off the objective.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can kill you, but if I can keep you in combat for 2
And
turns.
it's hard because they can power through any unit.
Yeah. There's no you don't want them to charge. That's for sure. What is there any army you feel good going into?
Yeah, of course. I feel good against going against Sylvaneth. I know what their stuff does. Even in the new book, you've already kind of given me a little glimpse into it, and
yeah, it's nice since we already played right away, and you played my game with it, so the first strike thing, all that stuff.
Yeah, for sure. I remember I've said this before in the past, but I don't want to do a mirror match. I don't want to do Stormcast versus Stormcast.
Yeah, I feel so. I know at least the one other chick plays Stormcast, right?
Yeah.
So I didn't see any other Stormcast in there.
Yeah.
And it looks like it's all. I mean, it says all House of Hobbies people for the most part, and there was a couple other miscellaneous teams.
Yeah.
But I think, I don't think there was any other Stormcast.
Yeah. So yeah, but other than that, no, I'm excited to play any list and to learn these new things. I'm not afraid.
Yeah.
You will be. You will be.
For me, I'm more a little nervous going into this. I don't feel as prepped as I would like to be, and especially with new rules, new list.
Yeah.
Even with I did get my 1 week of, and granted, I played, even if they weren't full games, I played a lot.
We'll call it a pre-release. You played a PDF pre-release.
Yeah, basically. So I'm excited to get on the app, but I'm a little nervous for that. But it's also super exciting. I think that format sounds like a blast. I really like that you can kind of pick the games a little bit. You know what I mean? So I think that'll be kind of exciting.
Well, our Zach, Team Reckless's Zach, is he's got a nice table at his house, and he's inviting us over for a game on Tuesdays, so we might be able to just get one more game in this week. Yeah, I see that the Discord's been hungry. You know what I'm saying? Everyone's looking for a game.
Yeah, you can see everybody's trying to get in there.
And I'm not ducking any of you fools. I'm just busy watching Shrek.
Just a little busy watching Shrek.
But yeah, any one of you fools can get it.
Yeah.
What's the Mystic Mac prediction?
What is the Mystic Mac prediction? 1-4 for
Okay.
probably all of us.
Okay. So collectively as a team, we pull together 3 wins.
Yeah.
All right. 3 wins.
3 wins, exactly.
Yep. We're just like sitting on the ground, leg all fucked up. Your wife send me DMs.
Who's you had the BCP up?
Yeah.
Who do you think is gonna win out of the players that we know? I've seen a lot of good players on there.
Out of we know, what was that team that had Doug on it?
It's Doug, Rick, and
Zach, right?
No, that's Zach, Ben, and
let me see. Here we go. Rick, Doug, and Erica. That's the one you played, right, Doug?
Yeah, I played both of Rick and Doug.
Wow.
Yesterday. Yeah.
Okay, cool. And then that's Stormcast. So, I'd like to see a Stormcast team win. Let's see. Ben, Will, Wyatt. Okay. Man, it's, and then here's our Ben and Zach and Bree.
Yeah.
I would love to see our boys win that. I would love to see them win.
You want to see them? I feel confident in them, these guys.
Ben, I want to see you.
I think she runs, I haven't played her, but I think she runs, is she the Varian God list?
I think so. Yeah.
'Cause I know
so we know that
Varian
Varian God list is awesome. I played Ben's
the Soulblight?
his Soulblight Lord, Grave Lord list at Scorched Earth, and they were just amazing, bro. Yeah. And he's got that big break of Blood Knights, so
yeah.
And then I just played Zach's Ideneth, and I liked that list. So yeah, I could. You know what, Ben, Bree, and Zach, bring it home because
I'm thinking they. I feel.
I don't think I can.
I think.
Ooh. What if it's this team that's not House of Hobbies? These guys, Al Pacino takes no prisoners. Now that's one team name right there.
With Wyatt?
Ben Bauman, Will Price, and Wyatt Morin. Like, it could be these guys right here. I wish we could look at armies. I wish we could look at lists.
Yeah, I wish you could see the list.
I mean, we're going to once everyone submits, but I feel like we're all just kind of waiting.
Yeah, because we're going to have to... That's going to be a big key thing, is looking at everybody else's list.
Oh, my God.
You know what I mean? Like,
I'm scared.
Yeah.
I'm quaking in my boots.
Yeah, that's gonna be. It'll be fun. Like I said, I'm very excited for the format. It sounds like I love the little mini game aspect of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially if you're hopefully ended up in like favorable circumstances as opposed to.
You know what? I don't envy the position of the captains of all the team who have to try to like pair the matchups up because they'll be like, "You matched me up wrong. You blew it."
Yeah. Yes. Exactly. Yeah. They're going to be taking all the blame.
I'm just going to be hat in hand like, what do you need me to do? You need the Stormcaster drop on this battlefield? Yes, sir.
Well, at the end of the day, we've got our list, we've got our roles, and now it's just about showing up and playing. Before we wrap the season up, though, let's take a look back into Season 2. So, before we close this out, I just want to take a minute and look back. Because this is the very end of Season 2, and honestly, it's been a wild ride. I feel like this season we've grown a lot. As players, as hobbyists, and honestly, even just as doing the podcast. What do you think your biggest improvement this season was?
List composition, I learned a lot just from absorbing advice and posting lists in Discords, and the House of Hobbies guys, the Strike Last Gaming guys, Anthony from Collective Gaming, just so many people have given me advice and units, and it's just allowed me to just grow as a better Stormcast player. I love representing the Stormcast. I love this hobby, bro. And it just, you look at the start of this season for this podcast, we hadn't been in a GT yet, and we were talking about going into it with Zach. That was the first episode. And then we get through that, and we go through that experience, and now we're about to be in our second GT. We're already talking about maybe a third one on the horizon. It feels so good to like walk into these places and people are like, hey, and they know me and they know my army, and everyone comes over and gives me their advice, and I've been able to acquire so many models from my peers, which is nice because some things can be harder to find than others. You know what I mean? Sometimes I don't see a box in the wild, but somebody will be like, hey, I've got that exact unit you need. Here it is for half of retail, and I'm like, you know what? Count me in. But I feel like this podcast is a good benchmark for like where we are as players and where we are in the learning process. If you want to become competitive at this, if you want to become quote unquote sweaty, the way that we're doing it, I feel like is the best approach to it, bro, because it's fun. It doesn't feel stressful yet.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. I think we've grown a lot this year, and it's been like a blast. We've been playing with like the big thing I see, and I don't know, I don't play 40K. There's obviously the memes where, it's a very sweaty, like, community. The whole, like...
rigid.
Yeah, and I know, like, there's been, like, memeable, like, tournament circumstances, you know what I mean, that happened with, like, people cheating or, like, just doing nonsense, doing sweaty plays. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you move this first before you move this. Like, nope, you can't take it back.
Sigmar is just so much more chill, right?
Yeah, so I agree. Like, it is. It's very, very... Everybody's very nice. They're crushing you, but they're being super nice about it. You know what I mean?
If 40K is Cartman, Age of Sigmar is Towley.
Yeah, exactly. It's just there like, you want to get high? For me, I think my biggest improvement this season has just been like we've been playing at a much higher level, with like higher level gameplay. We kind of reached out into the community and like moved forward.
Yeah.
We especially at the beginning of the season, like you said, we didn't play tournaments.
Yep.
We did like the spearhead thing. That was really fun.
We had kind of our floundering hangout over at J&J.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We had our consistent people, me, you, Zach, Ian, Eric.
Yeah.
I feel like we kind of hit a plateau. We kind of hit like this ceiling.
Yeah.
And only once we started going to GG North, Gamer Guild North Phoenix. Once we started going to, I went to Old World Game. I've been to Hobby Forge. I'm like, there's so much communities out there, and maybe you got to drive a little bit. Okay, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, or
Yeah.
I know some of these guys. They're driving an hour. They're driving an hour and a half because their passion for this goes that deep, and they're living on those. Outside communities. You're living in like Gilbert, Mesa, like Far East. You're not going to have very many options, and sometimes like the GT, it's going to be at Gamers Guild North Phoenix, and Gamers Guild North Phoenix has really kind of like been the standout as far as like where we've been playing Age of Sigmar over the last few weeks.
Yeah, it's been our every Friday, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're already talking about next Friday on Saturday morning in the Discord, and I can't help but chirp in and be like, I'll be there, guys.
Yeah,
Anybody want an easy dub?
At least I'll get to see what beats me before you beat me in the tournament tomorrow.
Yeah, I like getting practice with these guys. I don't expect to win against them, but I want to score well. Even getting those 51 points felt good, bro. Because I remember games I would get like 19 points. Yeah. Like 20 points.
Yeah. At a certain point, I was just like, man, if I could at least kill this unit.
Yeah.
I didn't win, but I'll feel like I did,
Yeah, it's like when Bastian Karthos got charged by 5 units, but like after the first unit hit, he just smacked 1 unit off the... I was like, all right, that's still all good.
Yeah.
A retaliatory strike feels just as good as like, an aggregated one.
Yeah, especially if you're alive to do it.
For sure. But yeah, man, it's been so much fun, and shout out to Gamer Guild North Phoenix, Old World Games in Scottsdale. I hear Player Draw has a nice little Sigmar community building up.
I don't remember who it was. Someone was telling me about that yesterday, actually. The Players Draw, that they have Warhammer tables, and that they're actually...
There's another place called Tabletop Gamers that we haven't been to yet.
Yeah, there's now I'm looking out here, like, dude, there's so much. There's so many game stores.
It's like I was sad to see Imperial Outpost close, but again, like, it forced us to kind of go out there and seek out these communities.
Yeah, and I love Imperial Outpost. I don't feel like they had like a very big Sigmar community. They were definitely a big 40K store.
Yeah.
But they didn't really have a lot of people playing Sigmar. So it's kind of nice, like with Gamers Guild. Like I said, I don't know if I've said this already in the podcast, but like Gamers Guild is one of those spots on Friday night. If you show up at like 3:30, 4 o'clock, you'll get a game of Sigmar in.
I got a game in at noon.
You don't have to like play. You don't have to like plan a game. You know what I mean? Like on Friday, if you go in and you want to play Sigmar and you bring your army and you're there at like 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, somebody will play you.
Somebody will play you. They'll try to find you a game. Maybe you get in the second game, but yeah, It used to be so hard for us to find somebody to play this with.
Yeah.
It is no longer that anymore.
Yeah.
That's a big difference going into the start of this season. This where
into
we are
this
now.
one where we are now. Agreed.
Yeah.
So I think that's also like a huge growth and progression for us.
Some of you listeners probably are the very same people who crushed us. And I'm going to get you back. I'm going to get... Ask Ben. Oh, I got him back. And I'm going to get you all back. Jed, count your days.
You heard it, the man, Jed. You heard him. But we've had a lot of good moments in this season. For me, one of my favorite episodes was the season 2 premiere. That was when we were recording with me and you and Zach.
Yeah.
The dynamic just felt really solid. Everything was like a lot of fun. You know what I mean? It was like just us chilling, basically.
Unified Team Reckless is hard, man, because you have a family. I have a family. Zach has a family. We all have children.
Yeah.
We all put family first, and we understand that. And, Zach, you're always with us on this pod, even when you're not with us, because we're going to talk about you, we're going to talk about your army, and we're always going to big up you. But yeah, that's one of my favorite episodes too, just having the 3 of us, bro.
I think that was a lot of fun. We were all getting ready and like getting hyped up for Scorch,
Yeah.
That was a blast. That was another set of my favorite episodes. Was when we were like going into like the Scorched episodes or the Scorched Earth.
Yeah.
We did, I think we did the episode before,
Yeah.
the episode after.
Yeah, I like it like...
You can see the tone shift.
You can hear the light leave our eyes in that second episode.
Yeah, you're like, oh. You sounded so like so excited in the first one.
Yeah.
And then the second one you're like crushed.
It was like one of those expectation versus reality reels.
That's exactly what it was.
But yeah, like I'm excited, bro. Next episode is the debut of season 3. I mean, I didn't think this thing was gonna get so far so fast. I really appreciate all the people listening. I really appreciate everybody who just even checked out one episode, who liked one episode, who even just checked out one little snippet. Like, we're doing this for you guys to show you that this community is not just a bunch of people adjusting their ties and fixing their glasses before they destroy you in one turn. That's only 70% of us. We represent the 30%. All right? Some of us have no idea what we're doing and are playing this for the love of the goddamn game, and because we're just so nerdy about Sigmar and its lore and its setting and its armies. And there's a lot of people that I'm meeting recently who are like, I want to get into Sigmar, or I just got into Sigmar, or I just got my first box.
Bro, so today I go to buy the battletome. I go buy my Grub Guardian, right?
Yeah.
There's people in the Sigmar, like buying Sigmar. As I'm there, and it's like, oh, you're not here for 40K, like sick.
Yeah.
So it's like it's packed, like I said. So it's awesome that how many people are getting into the hobby.
You were like, there's only a few books over there, and I was just like, I'm going. It's nice to be able to be somewhere in 15 minutes, get my Sigmar book, get the hell out. And you know what I appreciate about it, but Gamers Guild, they don't hit you in the head.
Yeah.
IO kind of hit us in the head.
Yeah, we sure did.
Like Vonage, bro.
Yeah, you're like, so it's $7 more than like the Warhammer retail, Like,
yeah, they used to just hit you in the head, bro. Like, what I'm saying, like a low ceiling.
Yeah. In Gamers Guild, it's like 10% cheaper than it might be 50% or 15% cheaper. It's a fair percentage.
It's a fair price, and I love it. And so I was able to go over there, snag that Daughters of Khaine book.
Yeah, no, that we got there. That's when I went in and I saw that. I was like, yeah, you need to get here.
I feel like, we saw the Nurgle explosion after their book. We're going to see that with Daughters of Khaine. We're going to see that with Sylvaneth. Even OBR, dude.
I think so, too. Like, they were smart, I think, when they released these big boxes this last, couple, months, you know what I mean? They've been releasing all those battle forces.
You ready for the Mystic Mac prediction?
Let's hear it. What is it?
Seraphon's next.
You think Seraphon's next?
Seraphon's next, and they're going to get a new big dinosaur. It's going to get everybody excited for the range again.
That would be nice. I love that. That would be sick if they do Seraphon next. I think there was only 6 more battletome left. We have about a year, just over a year, or just under a year now.
They should give you guys a big-ass pterodactyl.
That would be sick. Like a giant flying,
giant
it's
flying.
Like a plane, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It drops missiles or something. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe it has like a decent base size, you know what I'm saying?
I want it to be huge.
Yeah, huge, massive.
At least the Carnosaur size.
Yeah, Carnosaur size, but it's flying freaking pterodactyl.
That would be sick.
That'd be lit, bro.
That would be super dope. What do you think for next season? That's your prediction. I love that.
Yeah, my Mystic Mac prediction is Seraphon's book's coming next, and it's going to give that army a shot in the arm.
Let's see it. I think that'll be really dope. What do I predict? I think... Who's left?
I think we're going to get roped into that 5-man tournament.
Yeah.
We're trying to duck it, but it's in Scottsdale. If Zach can come aboard and things go well with Brennan, then we would really just need one other person. Yeah. And then Eric would be that one other person.
Yeah.
We rope him into his first GT.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
Like, especially it'd be nice to have... I think we'd have a very, like, diverse...
Isn't that insane? Finding a 5-man team is not that hard anymore.
Yeah. Well, it seems like House of Hobbies, too, people are, like, reaching out. I've seen people even posting today that they were still looking for a team.
House of Hobbies knows how to keep the goddamn Age of Sigmar community fed.
Yeah, they sure do. What, tournaments, like, every other month? Like, so
yeah.
Because we did Scorched in, the beginning of February?
Yeah, Hangouts, Discords.
March. It's April.
Just the most active community I think I've been in so far is the House of Hobbies guys.
Yeah, definitely.
Active. God bless you guys. God bless you, sweaty motherfucker.
What do you think for next season you need to improve on?
Deployment. It's always been kind of like what I'm not good at.
Yeah, you stole mine. I was gonna say.
You were gonna say deployment?
Yeah, I could see, especially now. Like,
is that where things went bad for you in your games this week? Was deployment? Yeah,
100%. Yeah,
for sure. Even in our game, our little 1-round game, I was questioning your deployment.
Yeah, it felt weird. I should have.
I was like, why do you have
should have switched the Kern off? You know what I mean?
And I also wondered. I was like, why do you have Kurnoth like without Dryad standing in front of them?
Well, yeah. I don't know. Well, the scythes I kind of want you to charge into them.
Yeah.
But I shouldn't leave the swords out.
Yeah, I remember I was able to get into your bow guys.
Yeah.
To Durthu and your Kurnoth, like all with one unit.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know if I would have deployed that way.
Yeah.
And you knew my sauce. You knew I was going to show up 9 inches away from you and then reduce it to 5 inches.
100%. That's why I was like, I know for sure I need to, like, work on my deployment. I could tell the last, like, few games. I was like, oh, I'm struggling here.
And this playing me, I have deployed too aggressively.
Yeah. Well, you just always assume you're going first. And I mean, you play 2 drops. You know? So I guess it makes sense.
I was like, I want to go first. I want to attack. You know what I mean?
And most people want you to go first anyways. So
yes.
you're like, okay.
Now Stormcast, that plays to their strength. We're really strong in turn 1 and 2.
Definitely.
Turn 3 we're fair, and then there's a fall off at 4 and 5. Low model counts, low health pools. Thankfully I am a roller of 6s.
I'm pretty jealous.
And when those hammers flash on those blue dice, bro, like I feel Sigmar just come and give me a little tickle.
Yeah, you just got hit with that bolt of light.
Yeah, I was like, there it was, his ear.
Yeah. When you hit the Sigmar.
Yeah. I declare Sigmar, but I can only do like once or twice a game.
Yeah.
When I spam Sigmar calls, he'll hit me with the I just need to hit 2s.
Boom.
6 ones.
Yeah, he's like, that's what you get.
Oh, you know what? We talk about our games this week. That when I saw you roll 1s 3 times in a row on your Tree Lord attacks into those Marauders last Friday.
Yeah, is crazy, man.
That was a new like bad luck. In my game with Zach can attest to this. I was still rolling 6s. He's like, "There's something up with those dice," and I was like, "Old World's like these dice are not selling. What can we do?"
Yeah, I know how to sell these. I can fix that.
Shouts out to the Old World blue dice with the Galmaraz hammer as the 6 because I love those dice.
Yeah, I like it. But I think those are big for improvements. Yeah, at least we have like our own little goals,
I feel like once me and you are like expert at deployment, our games are going to be even sweatier.
Yeah,
and even more uncomfortable and even more unfun.
Yeah. This isn't fun anymore. Exactly.
I'm glad Drytch is in your list. I'm nervous to hit the submit button tonight, bro. But I look at your list. I look at my list. It's got the tools we need to win.
Yeah, I agree. It's kind of crazy because like now we're wrapping up like the season. We're submitting our list, getting ready for another tournament, and it feels like one of those Scorched Earth episodes again.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Same energy, same excitement, just a little more experience this time, which I think is awesome. You know what I mean? Like we got a kind of a small. At least we got crushed the first time enough to know maybe set our expectations low. Yeah.
The next time you hear from us, guys, we are going to be fresh off of another GT, a Teams GT. And if you haven't got on board and started listening to this bullshit yet, get on board now. Get on board now. Start at the very next episode because we are going to have a lot of shit to talk about.
Yeah, I think these next couple episodes are going to be exciting. We're closing out season 2. We're gonna have an awesome season 3. I think we got a lot of stuff coming up. It's gonna be super exciting. And with that brings us up to what's next. Season 2 might be wrapping up, but we're not slowing down. With season 3, we've got new plans, a new look, a new feel, and just overall leveling things up. And we've been putting a lot of thought into where we're gonna take this thing. And I think you're gonna really see a difference. One of the biggest things is consistency. Jesse's been on almost every episode this season, and moving forward, that's not changing at all. You got any thoughts on that?
Yeah, bro. We were supposed to start this thing together, and I was a little bit late to the party, but I'm here to stay. I'm excited to start season 3 and really dig into this thing, and I feel like I need you to bounce off of. You keep me grounded in this hobby. You keep this experience feeling fair. Because I'm like, well, I'm getting stomped out. But, Grizz is getting stomped out, too. So we can just hold each other through this.
Exactly. It is nice to have someone there to, like, all right, cool. Like, we're both struggling and, like, enduring all of this together. So it feels nice.
I was like, all those years of playing each other, it just made us good at beating each other. Yeah. So we've always got a W against one another somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, hey, one of us needs a win. Let's play each other, because that way we'll break that. You know?
Right. I just need a W to get me out of the L column. Yeah. You're like, I got you, bro. Let me cool out the skating.
Just a little. So, we've got some upgrades coming from behind the scenes. New elements, new energy. But more than anything, we just want to keep this thing building. Better episodes, better conversations, and more of what we've been doing this season. Season 2 is about getting started, figuring things out, finding our rhythm. But Season 3, that's where we're going to take things to the next level. So with that, let's close this one out. Alright, that's going to wrap up today's episode of Rolling Recklessly, and more importantly, that's going to wrap up Season 2. Jesse, for real, man, I appreciate you being on this journey with me from the very beginning of the season to now, getting games in, learning together, and building this thing week by week. It's been a blast.
Yeah, man, there's no other place I'd rather be on our Saturdays than talking about this hobby and going over our experience. This is a good, like, chronicle of our rise and then rapid fall in this hobby, man. You know, I feel like we're experiencing our own little ruination, and we got our little memoriams talking about, hey, you remember when you lost last week? Like, yeah, I remember. But there's nobody else I'd rather be doing this with. There's nobody else I'd rather be going through this with. This is going to be a blast. Season 3 is going to be a blast. More guests, more topics, more bullshit. Oh, and more men!
You say more men. Somebody's going to be definitely having a hardcore by then.
For sure. Yeah. But yeah, you know, we want to hear from you guys. Get in our Discord, Rolling Recklessly. Get in our YouTube. Get in our Instagram at _recklessly. And let us know if our lists are trash, if you've got a better strat, if our tactics are off, if you know more than us. Because it's not going to take much to have that.
Yeah, because we're going to need all the help we can get.
Yes, we need your voice. We appreciate your voice. Yeah. And if you're going to be at the House of Hobbies Teams tournament next weekend, come up to me or Robert. We got a little gift for you from the podcast. Yeah.
So with that, you got any shout-outs for this?
Yeah, man. Shout out to everybody at House of Hobbies, man. Ben, Jed, Rick, who else am I missing? Nick.
Oh, Nick, yeah, Nick.
Yeah, Nick. I'm excited to see his twist. Erica, Dan, all of you guys. I love you guys. You know, you're all so special to me. Your armies are all painted so well, and you're all such a vibe to hang out with. Like, thank you all for letting us join your little posse and get in games here and there. Shouts out to Zach, our teammate, brother. We love you, man, and this tournament's not going to be the same without you. But you're in our hearts, and you know our losses are your losses.
Yeah. Just remember that, Zach.
Hard losses are on you. What about you? Who do you want to shout out?
Shouts out to you, anybody who's been playing games with us all this week, helping us get ready. Shout out Doug. Shout out Rick. Eric. I appreciate you guys.
Yeah.
Rick, I was super excited. I want to see your Kragnos conversion. You showed me a picture of it. Dude, this Kragnos, so it's like a Mega Gargant riding a Bastiladon. But he's got Kragnos' head impaled on like a spike that he's holding. Dude, it's amazing. It's super sick.
Rick
he's got Kragnos' shield on the Gargant. He's got the head and he's got Kragnos' tail like hanging from him, like his side, like a trophy.
Rick is truly the Lord of Change.
Bro, it's insane. He's the craziness with the conversion. So I'm excited to see that. So I want to give Rick a big shout out, man. Super, super creative guy.
I didn't get to play you, Rick, but soon.
Big shout out
let you get close.
Yeah, exactly. I cannot let you get close. I want to shout out how's it Hobbies for putting this team tournament together, man. We're both looking forward to it. I'm super excited. I also want to give a big shout out to my lady. She's always holding it down and focusing, so I can focus and play, record, do all this stupid shit. So big shouts out to her.
We really won the lotteries with our girls, bro. Because not only do they accept our freaking obsession with this hobby, but they actively participate. Your girl's got her army, my girl's building her army. Yeah. So they, so many people tell me when we're out, they're like, "You guys have girls who get it. You're so lucky."
Yeah, no, I'm super, super lucky. So I'm very appreciative of that. She actually got me back into like Warhammer. You know what I mean? So without her, like none of this should happen.
Shout out Warhammer girlfriends and wives.
Yeah, exactly. W's for you guys.
Yeah, for sure.
But
Allie, if you're listening, shouts out to you. Love you, baby. And Gino, in the future, when you go back and listen to this, I bought the coin.
Yeah. A small $4,000 nest egg.
That's it, bro.
That's all it takes since engineering.
Engineering, baby.
If you've been rocking with us through season 2, I want to give a shout out to you. I appreciate you. So thank you very much. Follow us at Instagram at rolling_recklessly_podcast. YouTube, Rolling Recklessly, and then Discord, we got the links in the bio. Come hang out with us, share your list, your games, your hobby progress. We're building something here, and we want you to be part of it. So the next time you hear from us, we'll be coming back from our first ever Teams of Tournament. You'll probably hear that shift in the attitude again, so whether it goes great or completely off the rails, we'll have stories to tell. Season 2 is about growth, learning the game, and finding our rhythm, so now it's time that we put it to the test. So until next time, may your crits be high, your paint never dry, and your rolls ever reckless.
Hell yeah.